And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK Show, and this is going to be episode 463. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great weekend that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK Show, we have one topic for you guys tonight for this episode of the MSK Show, and that will be on Dan Slott begs comic book fans. So we were going to actually cover this topic last week on the MSK Show on Friday, but there's a big but there. Jared actually stood me up and said we're gonna push it off till next week. So it's Jared's fault.
I had to go to a convention.
Oh my god, Jared, conventions are for nerds. Oh my god. Also, Jay Heat wasn't here last week because he was with his girlfriend, something that most nerds don't actually have. So we're all just standing each other up, actually. So yeah, this week's been pretty interesting in my own personal opinion. Sorry we started a little bit late. My computer needed an update, and I'm finally just gonna cycle this one out come tomorrow or Sunday because another day with this thing, I might actually just jump off the Empire State Building. So we're gonna do intros really quickly, and then we're going to do the topic. We're not going to be here too long tonight, just like an hour, 5, hour 10. Nothing crazy, right? Jared?
Mm-hmm.
All things are calm, collected. Maybe James Gunn is out of, DC after Man of Tomorrow. Maybe, Also, maybe Ana de Armas might be in my DMs right now, hitting me up to go on a date.
I think that's very unlikely.
But the other one is unlikely too.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
Good Lord. So, Jay Heat, how you doing, man?
Flame on. How's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good. Anything you've been posting on your YouTube channel recently, actually?
Just been caught up with work. I really haven't posted anything other than a couple of playthroughs here and there.
Really? Okay. All right. So, any comic book series or ongoing comic book series you're reading? Because I know there was some new stuff that dropped this week.
Yeah, I've been reading, the Absolute line. That's actually been pretty solid so far.
Yeah.
Fraction's Batman run, I'm still on that. Again, we might catch back up on that in a later topic. But it's decent for what it was. I won't spoil since MSK is still on issue 4. So,
no, I'll be on issue 5 coming up. I liked issue 4. It's been all right so far. Like I'm waiting for that I'm waiting for that wow factor to kick in. Oh my god, I'm super invested into reading this. I think I'm only just kind of reading it because it's Batman, which is probably pretty bad. But that's how some TV show seasons are. You start off in the episodes where it's not as interesting, and it's building that suspense up, and then you just kind of wait for that one episode to come out in the season of the show where it's like that big wow factor you're waiting on. So that's what I'm waiting for. Issue 8 is dropping for it this week coming up. So we'll see how it all pans out. Jared,
the only thing,
how was... Oh,
go ahead.
Go, Jay. Your friend?
I will just say this about the crossover they're setting up according to solicits. I won't go into detail, but it does involve Poison Ivy quote unquote, breaking up with Harley Quinn. I mean, to each their own. I mean, at least they're actually doing something villainous with Poison Ivy rather than just making her Harley's post-Joker rebound.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I had read some of that stuff because they had that big Comics Pro event where they announced a bunch of stuff like Boom Studios is going to do a Ben 10 ongoing comic book series, which is it's interesting because Ben 10 has a massive fan base. It's huge.
The brand is good. It's just they don't let it mature with its audience. That's its only fault. And
it's crazy, dude.
Go ahead.
You know what's crazy, man, is right after Teen Titans would come out on Cartoon Network, or they would put out Ben 10. Kids were eating good on their cartoons back in the day. I never got into Ben 10 like that. I thought it was kind of and it never really piqued my interest actually. But I might go watch it eventually.
It's a promotional show solely to sell toys, but a lot of Man of Action projects, Symbiotic Titans especially, have a lot of heart in them. Seriously, Symbiotic Titans very good. I'm surprised it got canceled the way it did. Definitely worth a watch. But as for Ben 10, it's just, what's the best way I could say this? They don't like I said, they don't let it grow with his audience because you had a solid foundation. Then you let the character grow up over the course of Alien Force. Again, I'm keeping mild spoilers for someone who hasn't.
You're good.
And then they tried to. Then Ultimate Alien's kind of an expansion, a rebrand, kind of played into the whole Parker Luck, the secret identity thing. It kind of fell into the same trap Bush Hartman did with Danny Phantom, to where they're just ripping off the Parker formula verbatim.
Okay, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know, because like sometimes those properties like that have a big fan base get comic books. They don't typically sell that well because like some of the fans don't even know the comic book even exists at that moment too. Yeah, you got to market this stuff good. You can't just expect like, well, it's just Ben 10, so people are just going to show up. It's like, I don't know if it has that level of an appeal. Like Spider-Man has that appeal now. Spider-Man, anything exists, it's going to get traction. Like a trailer hitting 1 billion views. That's fucking insane. It's any other. What's crazy is Avengers trailers didn't even hit that with all the buildup for those movies, all 4 individual ones. But a Spider-Man trailer in the 4th movie, the 4th one, is hitting that is utterly insane.
Even Infinity War and Endgame, the closest, at least going by the original trailers, the closest they got was almost like 700,000.
It was like 700K. Yeah, that's crazy. Jared, Comics League, he's here. Or is he not here? Who are you DMing Tom Taylor?
First off, that's the wrong Tom.
They're all the same to me. You're Tom. Yeah. I'm Tom. We're all Tom. Everyone gets a Tom. But no, Jared, there's good news and bad news. Good news, everybody. You know, we were talking, not last week, the week before. And we were looking up the Wonder Woman stuff. And we're like, wait a minute, there's not really much Wonder Woman stuff coming out. Then, less than 24 hours ago, they announced a new Wonder Woman omnibus coming out. It's the Wonder Woman Rebirth omnibus.
That I'm not going to get because that series is hot garbage.
Okay, the Rebirth. Wait, which one? Because there were 2 runs during the Rebirth one.
The Greg Rucka Rebirth one.
Oh.
That's the one getting an omnibus treatment. Coming out in August, I think. Yeah, August or September.
Yeah.
I'm a casual Wonder Woman fan. Even I have to admit that run was bad.
You know what's crazy is I have a lot of it, and side point. DC, please do those deluxe Rebirth edition books again. Those looked so beautiful. Those are amazing. Please do those again. They won't, but I'm just asking. But no, I have some of that Wonder Woman Rebirth stuff over there. I think the art is good.
The art is good. The art is good.
Liam Sharp is a good artist. It's just the problem is then you have to read the words.
You have to read the words? Jared, we're black. We don't read. Do you know the stuff? We don't read. I'm flipping through pictures here. We don't read it black. A black person reading.
But I have it on good authority that the King run will be ending pretty soon.
Do we have any official announcements?
Oh wait, no. That means Jared's got some leaks. Someone's throwing him. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, if King's run is over within about like a few months, are they going to reboot it with a new number 1, or is
what would probably happen because now assuming that they do end at 40, what's probably going to happen is that they'll bring in another writer just to do like a 10-issue story, and then they'll get to issue 50, and then after that reboot with a number 1.
Okay, so they wouldn't. So like I think his run is currently on issue 33, something like that, 34. Right?
It's going into 32.
Okay. Yeah, so if they let him go for like another few months, so he would get it to like issue 36 around.
The 39 is when the Wonder War is supposed to end, and I imagine they'll give him like 40 as a wrap-up issue.
So, and then after that, let someone else jump on for like 10 issues, and then maybe restart with a number 1.
Maybe, yeah,
maybe. And how's this? So, but it's crazy. I don't know. Like, you know, hey, Batman got a new number 1. It ended up doing pretty good, but hey, guys, that's Batman.
That's Batman. That's freaking Batman.
Wonder Woman probably won't be getting that level of treatment. I would say starting with a new number 1 is not even like DC's MO right now.
They don't relaunch that often. You may see a relaunch once in a blue moon, but you don't see it that often with Marvel. I mean, DC. Yeah, Marvel relaunches anytime a book flops.
Or if it does good.
Let's be honest.
Doing more number 1s. Make them, you know. I also was reading that new Batwoman run that started with DC Next Level. Apparently, that writer was guaranteed at least 15 issues. 15. You're at least guaranteed Greg Rucka, that.
And let me say that. Let me say this first and foremost. I'll just say the quiet part out loud. Greg Rucka has fallen off. Read a single issue of Prime Greg Rucka.
Read his Lois Lane book, and then you'll see how much that you'll see the fall off.
He's fallen off in old age. Now, Jared, you know, with politics and bias, all that, we'd be here all night. But the man has fallen. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's as bad as Bendis's fall off, but it's pretty far.
J-Heat, do you know what we should do? Since Jared has infected us with Wonder Woman-itis, that's what I'll call it, Wonder Woman-itis.
Where are you going with this bid?
Wait, where do you think I was gonna go with it? You know what's crazy? I will pull out and read Wonder Woman stuff that I own, which would be less than like 5 books I actually own. I did end up getting. Well, I told him I was going to get that Phil Jimenez Wonder Woman omnibus. I did get that.
Which is good.
I did get that one. The next one I'll get. So the George Perez run. The best way that I can get it right now is getting it in absolute format. That's the best way I could get it.
That's the best way to get it at this point.
And then you have like the John Byrne run. You said it's the one where it's like that image of her in Darkseid on the book. That one looked pretty cool. You said that one was good. And the recent one that came out for her was the Cheetah first appearance, actually. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much it. You know, it's crazy? How did, and keep in mind, I mean this non-offensively to lettuce, bacon, tomato.
Just say it.
How did we grow up with Wonder Woman in the DC animated universe looking the way she does?
Continue.
Look, all snacks, all thighs, ass, and just everything. Mm-hmm. And dudes were like, I like men. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. We grew up watching Starfire. We had Raven. Remember that girl Shigo from Kim Possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. All these great looking girls. And dudes are like, I want some of that Sasuke butt. It's like, what? Hello?
Hey, yo!
That was Orochimaru. I'm not Diddy Maru these days. He's called Diddy Maru by the kids. You know, no love for the Golden Age. Batman's Golden Age Omnibus Volume 3 is getting a reprint. This
Wonder
week.
Woman is good as well.
No, yeah, but Wonder Woman wasn't established until George Perez's run. That's when Wonder Woman was truly able to transcend the larger.
Doesn't she first appear in like Sensation Comics or something like that?
Yes, Sensation, but her popularity kicks off after with George Perez.
It's crazy though. A lot of these characters, like outside like big insert ones, most of them didn't even have their own ongoing when they first got introduced. They got introduced in someone else's book first. That's how it should be though. You can get popularity through that. That's actually the right way of doing it, in my opinion. Like then Jon Stewart, he didn't have his own ongoing stuff first.
He debuted in the main Green Lantern.
Yeah.
No, he didn't debut in the main Green Lantern book. He debuted in Hard Traveling Heroes, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the Hard Traveling Hero one. Yeah, you're right.
That was the Green Arrow Green Lantern book.
Yeah, like I think they should still do that, but you know, what do I know? I'm just a black guy, as you guys know, rich and successful and good looking. Do you guys believe me? No?
Test a character out in someone else's title first and see if they stick. Thank you so much, Milquetoast. And going by your previous comment earlier, okay, I'm not saying to that extent grow with your audience, but at least allow the character themselves to grow and develop in new directions. For example,
stop them.
For example, let's just use the Danny Phantom Ben 10 comparison as an example. The reason I said the Parker formula or the Parker luck is the constant duality, the fake out identity exposure, the petulant immaturity, even though over the course of this long-running series, certain aspects he should outgrow by now. Or the way you're going through an entire season and a half, retreading old episodes and character flaws over and over and over again. Butch Hartman did this infamously.
Yeah. Oh, I want to show you guys one more thing before we cover the topic. Outside of the Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka omnibus coming out, we also have two new DC's Finest books that got announced too. DC has announced 2 new DC's Finest titles for September. Harley Quinn, The Ballad of... What a name. Good Lord. DC, fix these names, please. Harley Quinn, The Ballad of Harley Quinn. That sounds retarded.
Just call it the Ballad of Harley Quinn.
No, the other one. Batman, The Demon Lives Again. Yes. Ra's al Ghul first. Oh, I love. What sucks about this? I'm getting that. I'm obviously getting that. But I bought the hardcover version of this already, and then they announced this. God damn it. It's okay. I got the tools to cope with whatever life throws at me.
That's your own problems.
God, why you hate me, Jared? Why are you yelling at me? Good Lord. It's okay, guys. People are like, wait for reprints. How would I? This is the worst thing about the comic book industry. Reprints are like, it's not the same like in trading cards. Reprints for comic books are like announced like unicorns. So like if Marvel announced Uncanny X-Men Volume 1 by Chris Claremont, you think I believe them? That'd be like a unicorn.
No.
That'd be like a literal unicorn. Like, that's not real. Doesn't exist.
The day they reprint Chris Claremont's run, like that. No,
that's Volume 1.
No.
If you go try to get Chris Claremont's X-Men Run Volume 1 on eBay right now, that shit is at least $250 for like acceptable. That's not even in the shrink wrap. That means some dude could have straight up nutted on that book between the pages for acceptable. It's like, bro,
my brother in Christ, you're gonna get us demonetized. Jesus,
monetized. You got monetized? That's crazy. That's funny. You're a funny guy. But to be fair, I'll give Marvel some credit. People were asking for Age of Apocalypse to be reprinted. Age of Apocalypse is going to be reprinted. It's an omnibus, so I'm buying that. That's going to be pre-ordered and bought because I know how people are. I needs that. I needs that in the collection. I needs it, you know. But don't worry, guys. I'll be buying The Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells Omnibus Volume 1. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it away. And then and before I give it away to someone, what's gonna happen is I need one of you guys to call it toilet paper, and that's how you win.
That's what I did. I when the Raka Rebirth Omnibus got announced, I said, "Oh, great, toilet paper."
Oh god, dude! When the Batman by Tom King omnibus got announced, the comments on League of Comics Geeks literally was like, "They harmed so many trees to make this book." I was just dying of laughter. It's like, holy shit!
Oh, I can't wait for when they announced the omnibus of his Wonder Woman run. Oh my gosh,
Jared, let me ask you this, Jared, before we move on. Speaking of Tom King, if we remove all the aspects that set up or tie to what we know as 5G, not counting the Bleeding Cool articles, if you take all the 5G setup out of it and just treat the Tom King's Batman run as it is, minus the fake out with the wedding, would you say the run is bad overall? Minus the 5G setup. It's still bad, in your opinion.
It still has Bruce Wayne being suicidal and his suicide is Batman. It still has it where it still has most of the other BS. Just the other stuff just really hurt it. But
I think the ending is hurt. Dude, there's
the
no
ending
way I can
sucked.
believe it.
Even
no
if you actually went through on the wedding, you would still have Selena being able to take out 2 flashes with 1 punch. You would still have her beat Talia al Ghul with a sword in a sword fight. I'm like, no, you would still have Wonder Woman taking him for 1,000 years into Asgard because that's a blatant ripoff of a Superman Wonder Woman story because Tom King can't help not blatantly ripping off other people's stories.
Oh, God.
So, yes, it would still be bad.
Also, keep in mind, Gotham Girl. Just to her.
Okay.
Gotham Girl.
Gotham Girl was a loose end from an early arc that had to be wrapped up like. Yeah. Oh, she gets brainwashed by Psycho Pirate. That's the cleanest way I could say it on YouTube. Yeah. She gets brainwashed by Psycho Pirate.
So my biggest problem with some of the stuff that I know about his run, I have all that shit. My biggest problem with it is I remember I was going through some of the books, just reading in my free time. Oh shit, this guy must be trolling. That's why I like Tom King. Dude must be trolling on some level. I remember, maybe I was correct if I'm wrong. Remember, like Catwoman is asking Joker if she should be with Bruce. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the prelude to the wedding tie-in issues. I remember what you're talking about.
Just hey, serial killer, should I be happy? What? Just watch
I will say this. Even if you remove, like I said before, if you remove the 5G stuff, if you remove the 5G setup, Tom King's Pity series, Batman Catwoman, makes no complete sense.
I was gonna ask you,
even with it makes no sense.
Do you know how it ties into like Flashpoint and shit? Could you conceptualize in your brain that his dad would side with all of those villains over his son he hasn't seen since he was shot by the Joker in that universe? Like, he sees Bruce and he's like, wait a minute, this is my son. He finally became who I wanted to be because Flash tells him he sides with the villains.
The button does set this up, though.
You're right. But because I was going to ask you, do you think that's conceptually that makes? Why would he side with them?
That type of if you go back to the button, he wants Thomas wants Bruce to give up being Batman,
I remember that.
raising Damian and the other wards, and just live his life. Let the Bat die with him.
Mm-hmm.
Thawne brings him to the main Earth. Bruce is still Batman. Oh, he's not going to listen. Okay, so I'm just going to force him. I'm just going to play the parent card and force him. Fundamentally break him so badly that he never wants to don the cowl again. And that's okay if you want to play the parent card and force your will on your son. But wouldn't Bruce being happy and allowed to grow emotionally and be with Selina be just as much of a temptation as it is beating the crap out of him?
I'm so not over the fact that this is why these people suck at writing. Catwoman is like, I don't know if I want to be with Bruce. Let me go ask his arch nemesis if I should.
Okay, one, that is stupid. That is objectively stupid.
She couldn't ask like a Robin, couldn't ask like any like Damien, couldn't ask
Poison
like
Ivy, Harley Quinn, Zatanna, Vixen.
Went up to the Joker. It was like, should I be happy with Bruce? Yes, Joker's good. Yeah, Joker's good. Yeah, yes, lady, sure.
I feel like editorial. Say what you will about 5G, but I think all in all, editorial just didn't want to commit to it because then, how can you still have Selina's Catwoman story being a femme fatale if she's canonically married to Bruce Wayne?
Oh, what about fucking hell? What did you think about forgot his run is where Alfred is still dead.
Yeah,
the City of Bane event.
Like I said, 5G setup. A lot of that. Now I would consider that 5G setup because
I mean, I heard conflicting things. I heard he didn't want to do that. It was
here's what you have to understand, MSK. The thing that I will because I've seen this with Tom King. If he will do stuff, but then if he gets heat for it, he blames other people. Case in point, in his Wonder Woman run, Detective Chimp does most of the work in like a few of the issues, and then he said, "Oh, I wanted Detective Chimp because I was trying to pitch a Detective Chimp book." But when he got heat for bringing a non-Wonder Woman character, he goes, "Oh, that was Daniel Sampere's idea to bring in Detective Chimp." So
even
it's like
openly admitted to pitching.
Yeah, exactly. So what you have to understand about Tom King, because he's the one that won't admit that he got kicked off Batman because Incredible Hulk was outselling Batman. Let's not forget that. But what really happened is Hulk was outselling Batman. It's just because he has this ego where he's like, "Oh, I know comics. And I go, if you know comics, why don't you know why don't you respect the lore of characters instead of trying to break them?
It happens to a lot of the creatives too. It's like if all the praise is blowing their way like a wind gust, they'll just be like, "Yeah, it was all my ideas and it was all me." Mm-hmm. But if it's bad, it's like, "No, it's everyone else's fault. I take no blame."
The only story I will say what you will about editorial, 5G, all that. The only one I will say, well, two I will say is objectively bad. Well, three, because I'm counting Batman, Catwoman as a whole. Would be Heroes in Crisis, because that was just poorly executed all across the board, even with the limited characters you were allowed to use. We're
gonna get Jared, dude. We're gonna get Jared the Heroes in Crisis omnibus. We got his birthday.
It doesn't exist.
It exists.
It exists. Yet. Not
when
yet.
it releases,
it'll exist. And that is Jared's birthday present. Jared, we're gonna get you we should do a GoFundMe for the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths omnibus. Just give it to Jared.
Okay, was Dark Crisis really that bad?
I like Dark Crisis, so it's not really that bad.
No. Let's talk about it for a second. Compared to what we were between 5G, Future State, all the restructuring, Dan DiDio getting canned. Thank you, God. Between all of that, Joshua Williamson made the best out of a bad situation. Can we agree on that?
This Flash one went a while, but I was gonna ask you this. Fucking hell! Do you guys remember in Dawn of DC they stopped everything for Night Terrors?
Yeah, everything was like, not in like October when that would make sense to do an event called Night Terrors, and then you interrupt all of the momentum that Dawn of DC had because it had real momentum, then the momentum just stalled after that. I'm like, I wonder why.
Jeez, remember that Looney Tune was writing Hot Girl? That got canned in 5 issues.
Wait, Hot Girl?
No, it was they had a solo hot girl title that went on for like
and you had that character get a Galaxy that was like it was a glorified
Galaxy sequel. It really was.
The only Night Terror issues I ever read were the ones that were in Jeremy Adams' Green Lantern Back in the Action Volume 1. And I'm pretty sure those were the only two good ones because the only two I read. You know,
the Batman tie-in issues were pretty good. I'll give them that.
Green Lantern was pretty good.
Oh, all right. Time to have some. You know, speaking of Crisis on Marvel Earth. Or Crisis in Secret Wars. Godly, why is DC always in a crisis? There's like 0 Hour, there's Infinite Crisis, there's Dark Crisis, there's Night Terror. Can we have some happy times in this universe?
There's an Identity Crisis as well.
Absolute crisis.
Okay, now they're just that's two on the nose. Identity Crisis, really? That's a fucking name someone had.
It's not even a multiversal crisis. It's a murder mystery story.
Dude, yeah. Marvel did the funniest one recently. They actually called one of their crossovers Death Spiral.
No, it does set up.
That's the one that kills Paul.
No, to be fair, Identity Crisis sets up Blackest Night and Infinite Crisis 05.
Why are they always in a crisis, man? Can they not just have peace and harmony one of these days?
That doesn't sell comics.
That's true. I just find it funny that Marvel, as we always say, is in a death spiral, then call one of their titles Death Spirals. Like, all right, buddy. Like, that'll sell. Good. Congratulations. Fucking hell. Well, speaking of a fat guy that's in a death spiral because he's probably, not married and has no kids and he just, writes comic books for a living, actually. So, crossover events being shoehorned into different story for another day, Mr. Milk Toast. We could be here all day saying that. All right, it's time to have some fun here. We're gonna produce quality and excellence here. They want to sell comics, put more apes in the covers. No, that would make people run because they would be like, "What the fuck is this?" They do have Planet of the Apes stuff. Doesn't ever sell very well, but they do actually.
What a waste.
Yeah, it's crazy because the Planet of the Apes universe is actually really, really interesting. I actually really like it, honestly.
It is.
It's really cool, right? It's all that's the kind of sci-fi stuff I like. That whole military, I love that stuff. But comic-wise, it's done hit it all. So, all right. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Dan Slott begs comic book fans. So I know you guys are probably already thinking, just from seeing the thumbnail and reading the title of this video, you're probably like, MSK, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I'll just kind of sum it up. I'll kind of just, summarize it up for all of you fucking losers out there, because you guys should definitely just give me your sisters all so I could just bang them. I'm joking. We're all just dead. We're all dead inside.
There you are.
I'm joking. All right. Well, hold on. Fuck. It's a known comic book. What the heck? Good Lord. All right. All jokes aside, let's get this going. We're going to have some fun. We're going to give Jared a lot of fun tonight.
That just sounded very uncomfortable.
Jared, I'm just going to give you a hug. Oh, my God. All right. Let's have some fun. Hey, everyone. I am MSK, a.k.a. Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Dan Slott begs comic book fans. So you guys are probably wondering, what the hell are we going to talk about in this video? Because seeing the thumbnail and reading the YouTube title, you're probably going, MSK, what has Dan Slott done now? Well, that's kind of the funny part. What hasn't this guy done? Okay, I'll be fair to this guy. He has written stuff that a lot of you guys like. So this has nothing to do with quality of writing or any of that stuff. This is about kind of like the state of Marvel Comics where we're at right now. Because keep in mind, you go.
Here's the problem. So he does this, but forgets all the decades he has antagonized fans. Well, not only him, Marvel specifically, because here's the thing, and Jay can back me up on this because we've said this on my show many times. The problem with Marvel is that they always had there are people that will buy Marvel comics no matter what. The buy red till you're dead crowd. I think with this MSK, I'm legitimately starting to think that money is starting to dry up, and they're like, oh shit, we just antagonized all the fans. Oh no.
And this happened with the MCU. And what's crazy is the movies and the comics and a lot of this stuff have that. Like, they thought at one point, because they're so I don't know, high and mighty, as they always say back in the day, that they can't fall. And it's like, well, I want you guys to understand. I'll just summarize it for you guys. This is a guy who literally will make alt accounts and then, interact with fans and then block them.
He blocks you if you're followed by people he doesn't like. You could have the most positive interaction with him, doesn't matter.
This is also a person where, Marvel editorial back in the days of, like, I would say Joe Quesada, people like that, he literally got permission from them to troll people and interact with them negatively. So this isn't even just about him. It's about who are they allowing to work at their company just to fuck with their fans? Like, just recently in an interview, I think on Tom Brevoort's like Substack, or no, he was on some other fucking podcast where he was like, I really enjoy making these guys angry. It literally just does something to me when I see them this passionate. It's like, people are just insane.
Well, and the other
You're
thing
actively baiting the audience and then hoping they'll buy.
And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Marvel did say something smart. Brevoort did say that, like, I'd rather have the audience like angry than apathetic. In principle, that makes sense. The problem is, you have to give a little instead of taking all the time. Because when you keep doing that, eventually you will turn your fan base apathetic. And then guess what? They're going to be like, "What? Why do I care about what Marvel's doing?"
Yeah, like a few more Marvel mishaps here and there, guys. The comic book company of Marvel is going to be looked at in the same aspect that Star Wars is looked at. Now, I agree with what Jared said. In principle, in theory, that actually sounds pretty cool, honestly. That sounds great. But just the way that they're executing it, this is like the opposite of that theory. They heard that theory and went, let's do the complete opposite of that. So Dan Slott is someone who, I guess you could say, is known for his Spider-Man Brand New Day run, which kind of is only known because it came after One More Day, which was highly non-liked and super controversial. I've read a few issues of his Superman Unlimited run. I thought that was actually good. Well, I didn't like issue 3 as much, but I thought it was good. I didn't really hate what I read.
To save his life.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that he's written that a lot of people have liked. There's Superior Spider-Man. I know a lot of people like that for a little bit there. So, keep in mind, guys, I want to make sure I reiterate this. This has nothing to do if you like him as a writer. This is completely a separate issue, okay? So, Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out for the MCU. It's going to be Tom Holland's 4th Spider-Man movie, okay? So, for some reason, DC does this too. Oh, my goodness. For some reason, these companies think, we're going to release a comic book tie-in or a comic book adjacent book corresponding with when the movie comes out. It does nothing. It's never done anything. And the reason why we know that is because these companies, both of them, leaned heavily into doing animation of movies and TV shows, live action movies and TV shows, of all this stuff, because they realized that doing that will get you more fans than people buying the books. I still will never understand why they think releasing a book that corresponds with their movie will get those people that watch the movie to be more comic book fans. That's never been a thing ever in the history of anything.
Well, and here's the thing. When that might have been a thing, that's when All New, All Different happened, and people are like, I want to buy Thor comics. What happened to how many comic book potential readers left a comic book store and they were like, I don't care, because it's like you go in there and you say, okay, I want to read Iron Man. It was this reread character.
There were only 3. There were only 3 that were objectively worthwhile by the time that initiative ended. Mm-hmm. Kamala Khan, Miles Morales, and Thor. And that's because the God Butcher saga was solid.
And I want to add to this because I think there's only one time this actually happened. If you guys remember growing up, I didn't have this game, but I remember I saw like scenes of it on like YouTube or something like that. Actually, pretty good game. So I'm not disagreeing with the game being good as far as like story wise, right? Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis. That was the only time I'd ever seen any of them, Marvel or DC, make something where it tied into the comic books and it actually kind of flow with like synergy from those books. It kept all became the same characters, everything. That was like the only thing I've ever seen that has been like something to comic book synergy. I still will never understand why this changed. So like, we'll use an example. James Gunn's Superman movie came out last year. Did that have any influence on Superman comic book sales, despite them doing the Summer of Superman initiative?
They claim they did.
You know what's crazy? I had sex with Ana de Armas. Well, I guess we're all just making up stuff at this point now. I'm joking, guys. That's never happened. But it's like when James Gunn says that movies only get greenlit when the scripts are finished. James, you announced Man of Tomorrow And then the next day you said the script was finished. Like, well, you said script's finished first, then movie announcement. These fucking people, man. So Dan Slott put out a video on the internet and then went to his Blue Sky account and then just started seething. So we're going to go through what's going to happen in his Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day series, and then we'll go over what he said in the video. So I don't have the video because, well, he kind of scrubbed it. I should have bookmarked it, but don't worry, guys. We have it all quoted out in a video for you. But I just want to say, in theory, for what's going to go on here is just in your mind, think about this. If Spider-Man isn't selling just off name alone, would you consider that a bad thing? Even if you're not a comic book reader, just in your brain, you would think that Batman and Spider-Man.
He's
Superman,
Marvel's
X-Men,
Batman. He should.
Right.
That's when you know you screwed up. If you have to beg people to pick up a Spider-Man comic.
Yeah, and keep in mind, there's things in life you just kind of expect to sell because it sells. Like, you know how we all thought Barbie was going to do $1 billion? Why? Because Barbie is huge. Barbie's a massive thing with women, so women are going to go watch it. It's like in your brain, you go, that should sell very well, kind of just off principle alone. It's like it's Spider-Man or X-Men or Superman, but no,
it's a slam dunk.
It should be. So here is the series that's coming up. So Marvel just made a huge announcement about its Spider-Man Brand New Day plans with the 4th MCU Spider-Man film coming this summer. Marvel Comics is returning to the storyline that lends the movie its name. You know what's crazy? Didn't Dan Slott write that Spider-Man PS4 game you guys all like? All right, that game is fucking...
He was involved with some of it. I don't think he wrote it.
I don't think he wasn't the lead writer.
I was going to say, if you kind of like this kind of concept, just go play that. Just go watch that game's cutscenes then. I would just say that personally. Dan Slott, the original author of Brand New Day, the comic, returns for a new ongoing series that reprises his game-changing tenure with the Web Slinger. As revealed by AIPT, Slott is back alongside artist Marcus for Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is described as an ongoing series. Keep in mind, art looks good. This looks fine. Well, that's just a cover, but you know, it looks fine, I guess. The writer promised to reveal hidden secrets and plant explosive seeds that will bear fruit in Spider-Man's future. Keep in mind, guys, this is okay. This run already happened. So
he's literally just like it's taking place in this during his run. That's what it is.
So this takes place during his run, like Jared said. So if you already liked this run, what are the chances you go back and change something or add something that was never there, but to only add it recently?
The problem is you're picking an era of Spider-Man that the fan base is like, this is one of the worst eras of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Because keep in mind, if you're going to go back and retcon stuff, that's not going to get you sales. Actually, that'll probably just kill the book.
The only way you're good at this point, the only way they're going to get people to get confidence, the only way they're going to get the fan base back, I'm sorry, this will involve a retcon. Retcon one more day.
Retcon?
Get rid of one more day.
Oh, you know they're not doing that. That would be smart.
I know they're not. Trust me.
Nick Spencer tried, and they crucified him for it.
Joe Quesada, we'll cover that in a future episode, but he's a fucking flaming crackhead. But fans still have some questions about the new book. Here's what Dan Slott had to say about taking the reins of Peter Parker's life once more in Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day. Well, he's probably just, oh, good Lord. Spider-Man is my favorite character in all of fiction. Heart on my sleeve here. I love writing Spider-Man. We're going to reveal hidden secrets and plant explosive seeds that will pay off and affect what's happening in Spider-Man's world today. These will be stories that matter and will have major consequences. Buddy, Dan, listen to me. You already wrote this stuff. So if this is a pure hypothetical. Let's say you liked that era of Spider-Man. Let's just say you did. Let's say you liked all the decisions they made. Now he's going to go back and interject seeds and stuff that was never there. What? That's not, what would you gain?
Mm-hmm.
So does none of that matter now? Because why didn't you just do that back then?
It'd be one thing if this is a standalone or MCU adjacent, but
this is like technically going back and retconning. I'm not even saying they're going to retcon stuff. It's like, well, what could have already happened in what is already printed? keep in mind, you already did the stories. Unless you're going to just go and fuck someone else's stuff up. Good Lord, Marvel. Jesus Christ. You know what's crazy? Why not just make a Spider-Man Brand New Day comic book limited series then if you're going to do that? I'll take that other approach, even though that's not going to get you fans anyway. Because this doesn't make any sense. You're going back to an era that's already done and concluded. Stuff's already set in stone. And they're going to go back and kind of change stuff. Surprises. You know what they mean by surprises. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, maybe this person was a Skrull. Maybe Mr. Negative was a Skrull all along. I don't fucking know with these people, you know. Of course,
it was Agatha all along.
Of course, every Marvel fan expected the publisher to produce tie-ins with the upcoming MCU Brand New Day. Geez, Marvel and good ideas don't really, go hand in hand. What's surprising is how Marvel is going about it, but seemingly delivering a sequel to the divisive 2008 comic. Nearly 20 years ago, Brand New Day followed One More Day, arguably the most controversial storyline in Spider-Man history. Slott's Brand New Day picked up with Peter Parker's longtime marriage to Mary Jane wiped from continuity, which no one liked. Still to this day, no one liked. Also, before that, you had Since Past, which was just good Lord. just all I say about that is just good Lord. Oh, God. Oh, shit. I'm not going to explain anything about Since Past. If you guys don't know what that is. Good Lord. These people are just crackheads, actually. The big question about the Brand New Day is what it means for the Marvel power couple to revisit this era of Spidey lore. Spoiler alert, they're not going to get back together because it's already fucking happened. What are they going to do? What are you going to reveal in the book? They've been secretly friends with benefits? Like she's been secretly eating his ass out? Like I don't fucking know what she would do. Hey, Jay, it's Friday. Marvel fans have begged and pleaded for One More Day to be overturned ever since it was published. At various points, including current Spider-Man and Venom comics, the publisher has teased the reunion of Peter and Mary Jane, but never followed through. It has shown no interest in restoring their original marriage to canon. And keep in mind, this is how petty these people are. If he can't be with Mary Jane, all right, cool. Why can't he be with Black Cat then? Why does he just have to be alone? Can he be?
You know why? Because these people, because the writers and creators at Spider-Man like it when Peter is like very depressed and stuff. The Parker luck. Oh yeah, they're nostalgic for the way Spider-Man was when they were reading.
Not to mention the Parker look was supposed to be a piece of relatability to where he's trying to find ways to do the right thing, keep back up no matter he doesn't get the girl, he doesn't get the project. Something
sounds
always
like them. Sounds like those nerds. Sounds like them. These sound like a self-insert. Jesus Christ.
The purpose of like I said, is at least when Stan Lee used it, it was mostly a reflection of his own poor experiences and he regrets, disappointments. The one that got away. Stan Lee famously referenced that one, but I think he more so based stories about her on with Doctor Strange and Mr. Fantastic than with Spider-Man specifically. But you could tell those aspects. Whereas modern renditions of the Parker look, things aren't going his way, or he's a screw up, he's a perpetual screw up, or they have to keep him as grounded as human as possible. Even though the only human thing about this guy, in context, is the fact that he literally lost his Uncle Ben and got his origin because he felt spiteful to a promoter who tried to screw him out of the prize money that he was selfishly abusing his powers to get in an attempt to get the girl.
Getting girls? Ew, that's gay. If there's one thing that would justify returning to Brand New Day era Spidey for longtime fans, it would be to close the book on One More Day. No, that wouldn't. Oh, good fucking God, that would require you doing that. You would just whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna lose my brain. What the heck? You wouldn't need that to do this. Where do you get that comparison? Where would that even be logic?
Yeah. MSK, it's Green Rant. You're going to give yourself an aneurysm.
And remember, MSK, this is Marvel. Logic went out the door a long time ago.
Secret Empire.
So yeah, exactly.
So you need one more. So you need Brand New Day. No, you don't. Actually, you don't need this at all. Actually, we're just living in someone's. Actually, we are just living in someone's fucked up reality of Marvel Comics they want us to live in. That's what's actually happening here. But I digress. To write an epic counterpoint to that story, one which ends with Peter and Mary Jane's marriage restored. It will be a major move to make Spider-Man Brand New Day truly a huge event. If they did that, let's just say hypothetically they did. And let's say hypothetically pigs flew out of my ass. And let's also say hypothetically Ana de Armas showed up on my doorstep right now and was ready to blow me so hard my eyes will roll back like a slot machine. And then hypothetically, let's say Jared sprout wings and flies in the sky and then he just, shits bacon out of his ass. A lot of things can happen, right? And hypothetically, maybe, just maybe, if I jumped off
Why did I show up on this show today?
Jared,
why are you so specific?
Yeah, how is that so? How do you come up with that?
I was just pointing out that hypothetically, if Sydney Sweeney wanted me to, just like completely doggy style this bitch out, like hypothetically, anything is possible, guys. But is it really going to happen?
Well, remember, Jay, he was very specific a couple weeks ago about the sweaty men he wanted to be with.
All right. He's ruining my flair here. All right, Jared. God damn it. Good Lord. But wait, guys. There's more. I need that clip, though. That is good Lord. But wait. There's more. Because we got more retard shit to read from this moron. God, I hate this guy sometimes, too. He could be a better guy, but he's just a moron, too. Dan Slott on how Spectacular Spider-Man can reach issue 5 and 10. God damn, this shit ain't even guaranteed issue 4. Fuck. Oh, God. Dan, buddy, please stop. Article summary. Well, we're going to get into his actual quotes, too. Dan Slott urges fans and retailers to boost pre-orders for Spectacular Spider-Man to ensure the series' longevity. This is Spider-Man, bro. This shit should just have people buying it because it's Spider-Man.
They should just show up for the hell of it.
Yeah, this should sell like hotcakes, like a McDonald's. That's it. It's Spider-Man.
No,
what the hell's wrong with you?
Or MSK at Dick's Sporting Goods.
No, yeah, good Lord. No reference here. Marvel's 5-issue cutoff policy could threaten the new run unless issues 2 and 3 see strong support. Okay. I'll be fair here to Marvel. This is what a lot of people don't understand. Issue 1's always so very well. Kind of like how a TV show, right, guys? Think of it like that. Episode 1 does very, very well, and then you see how the later episodes do in ratings-wise. Comic books have it really bad, worse than TV. Issues 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 typically kind of fall off. You try to have a steady fan base with those later issues, right? But that's the thing, though. If they were like relaunching, I don't know, Micronauts or ROM, I could agree with that. Guys, this is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
If that was like Micronauts or Tomb of Dracula or Blade or fucking someone obscure, I could understand that argument. I could fully get it from a business sense why you wouldn't do it. This is Spider-Man. This is your flagship character. How much damage have you done to this character? But Joe Quesada said, because Spider-Man has video games and movies, he's more popular than ever. Oh God. Oh, fuck me in the ass. Holy mother of shit. What? Got that utter retard. Hey, Spider-Man has a bunch of movies and video games. Has nothing to do with comic books. They were going to make that shit anyway. Oh, really?
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Just Shadow Realm. Just get out. What the fuck is wrong with you? Just get the fuck out. Upcoming arcs will feature Spider-Man, Punisher, and introduce a brand new street level hero to the Marvel Universe. Keep in mind, guys, this is a run that's already completed. This is just straight up retconning shit. He's gonna retcon stuff. Even if you liked it, that shit gonna get retconned. Anything you like in that's gonna be gone. Slott promises no more Dr. Octopus stories and major developments for Spectacular Spider-Man if it passes issue 5. God damn. All right, so here's the quote. Here is it. So make it a little bit more bigger. Sorry, guys, no homo. All right, here is where your brains are about to get fully melted. All quote, not me. If you are a reader and you loved reading, you had fun reading my run as Spider-Man, and you want more of it. That's debatable, I guess. Please put this on your pull list now. Mind you, this is Spider-Man. The final order for our first issue is March 30th. Please put this on your pull list now. This guy literally says he wasn't begging. Says the word, please put this on your pull list.
That's the definition of begging.
If you are a retailer, we know you're going to order issue number 1. Why even say that? That's a no-brainer. Thank you, Captain Obvious. This is me talking to you. No shit, Dan. Who else would you be talking to?
I feel like, okay, what MSK
Air?
is, what a brand as big as, we'll go back to the quote in a minute.
Very
When a
good.
brand as big as Spider-Man, you shouldn't have to ask for support. It should sell on its own regardless. Like, why are we even having this conversation?
Exactly.
Bro, it's the Spider-Man. This shit should just... Dude, Spider-Boy, which is what he did a while ago. Spider-Boy sold like to issue 20 because it just said Spider-Boy. If Spider-Boy can get 20 issues and this can't get 10, this whole company is cooked. Just burn this
Fatality.
shit. Just burn this shit to the ground. Good Lord, man.
Mm-hmm.
I need you on issue 2. You know, when it's time to put in orders for issue 2, I need you to order this like you're ordering your Dan Slott Spider-Man comic for issue 2 instead of like, hey, there's like 12 other books with blind bags. Ah, he pulled out the blind bag argument. That's how some of these books are selling. Blind bag bullshit. Long story short, blind bag bullshit is like if you go buy a pack of trading cards and you just hope to pull the card rather than just buying the thing you wanted itself. That's essentially what that is. And I'm going to put all my money into that. Well, that'd be a bad investment. Don't let this guy tell you about investments. Your ass going to be broken homeless on the street looking like radio. We're at a point now where Marvel books come out, no matter what they are, they're lined up for 5 issues at a time. And what that means is that if you don't support issues 2 and 3s, these books will go away by issue 5. Dan, let's just even say you're right about that, which, okay, I'll agree, you're right about that. What would contribute to that? What would contribute to massive fall off like that? There's only one reason.
Maybe you being an a-hole to fans online?
I agree. The other one, writing.
Book shit.
Well, yeah, if the writing is horrible, exactly.
Dan, listen to what I'm saying here, you fat, utterly worthless retard. If books drop off that hard, chances are fans aren't reading that shit. Or the writing is so bad between issues 2 and 3, someone takes that comic book, pulls their pants down, spreads their ass cheeks, and wipes their ass with it. That's probably what ended up happening.
I think he's speaking from personal experience.
You said you did that with Tom King's Batman. No, Jared said he did it with Tom King's Wonder Woman books. Oh my God.
Well, Jared's admitted that on multiple occasions. I don't think that's a surprise at this point.
And okay, if you as a retailer want a book on that stand to be perennial, you've got to help me out. No, I don't. I don't got to do jack shit. I could actually point and laugh at you.
I love how he thinks that he is owed this. You're not owed anything, boyo.
Good Lord. You got to get me past issue 5. Says who?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, why do I have to do that? Come on.
If your book sucks, I don't have to do anything for it. See, here's the problem with a lot of these creatives. When they create like a storyline, they want to they feel like they're entitled to be able to tell the storyline as they want for as long as they want. And I'm like, granted, yes, like stuff happens with like editorial changes and stuff, but no, the fan base is not required to subsidize your BS.
Yeah, or we could use a great quote that just came out this week from Ryan Gosling about Project Hail Mary, where he said, it's not your job, it's our job to make stuff that makes you want to go support. Take that as a quote. He literally just said that like a few days ago. That should be a model for comics. It shouldn't be on the fans to do all that. You should put out stuff fans actually want to buy. Spider-Man is something people want to buy. You didn't even have to do this. What is wrong with you? Good Lord.
All you have to do is just make a decent script, get it through distribution, and just write off the brand. You barely have to do anything.
And the way to do that is to order well on 2 and order well on 3. You know, it's crazy. Scott Snyder doesn't have to beg people to buy Absolute Batman. All he basically says is like, hey, Absolute Batman is out. If you want to go buy it, you can go buy it now. That's all he says.
Or he just answers people's questions about it and hypes them up. Yeah. And he's not an asshole to anyone. All he is like, no, thank you for coming out and supporting.
This is, even though it's called Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day, and the first arc is set in the brand new day era, the next arc will pop it into the present, and this will be your Spectacular Spider-Man book. What? No, wait, what?
So we're gonna have an opening arc as a flashback.
Oh
for
God!
Synergy.
Please! I can't do this. So let's go back to an era that was divisive, like Man of Steel divisive, like pretty much split down the middle, right? Okay, you're gonna go back, retcon stuff from that, and then this is going to jump to the present and do what? What? One that just what? So it jumps to the present to do what? There's already a Spider-Man run right now by Joe Kelly, unless this is in the same continuity, it's just a different book. Does this become Joe? What? This company full of dumb fucks?
Yes.
What? Hold on. I have to read what he said. My brain can't wrap around retard. Hold on. I need to translate retard for you guys. Wait. The next arc will pop it into the present. And this will be your Spectacular Spider-Man book. And you would like to have more books on the rack. You would like there to be a Detective Comics with your Batman. What the fuck does that even mean? Or is man?
I think he's trying to say he's trying to make Spectacular Spider-Man the Detective Comics for Spider-Man.
Good lord.
Fatality.
Falcon kick.
What? I'm still trying to wrap up what the fuck that guy just said. Wait a minute. Wait. So we're gonna visit Spider-Man Brand New Day era. Okay. Then he's gonna retcon and add bullshit to an era that's over. The third omnibus is already gonna come out like in a month or two from now from us doing this video. Then this jumps to the present. Present of what? Main Spider-Man's already going. Present of what? What do you jump to? The opening part of your ass? What the fuck? All right, I've read enough retard bullshit today. My brain is almost fried. So that's 5 issues now, rather than 10. And Dan Slott just laying out the current Marvel Comics economy and making a promise to retailers. My pledge to you is our first arc. There's going to be a movie called Spider-Man Brand New Day. Has nobody reading that fucking series is good. Okay, so here's all what. The movie fans that are going to watch that movie are not going to read this book. They're not. Movie fans are just movie fans. Comic book fans will go watch the movie because we already know what's coming out because we're going to go watch it ourselves day one anyway. There's no synergy between that. There's no crossover, you moron. It's going to be huge, like my 9-inch cock, and people are going to come home and people are going to come into your shop and maybe they've never bought a comic book before. This is an easy book to hand sell them. I agree. I agree with that. That's fine. It is a Spider-Man #1. No shit, Sherlock. No, it's number 100. Yeah, it's a Spider-Man. What? Even though it's set in a Brand New Day era, I can promise you we're doing things.
That doesn't make sense because here's the funny part. He goes, it's taking place in an era that has a lot of continuity that he's going to be referencing. So I'm like, yeah, it's a #1, but you're going to be placing it in an era that has a lot of continuity.
Yeah, so when someone reads that, they're going to go, wait a minute, this is already pre-established. Do I need to get anything else? Yeah, here are these 2 omnibuses that have already come out. Fucking hell. And guess what? He's already retconning stuff in those. All right, just might as well bend me over and fuck me, right? Even though it's set in a Brand New Day era, I can promise you we're doing things in this book to make it very reader-friendly. Anyone can jump on to this book and read it, and it will feature in its main story, Spider-Man, and a very cool take on the Punisher, who will be one of the main characters.
Dan, a good liar you are not.
Oh God, I can't. I'm almost gonna die reading this stuff. So it's a book that's gonna have a #1 on it. It's a Spider-Man book. It'll have an easy to sell to people who've just seen the movie. But its heart, it's me doing Spider-Man again, and I would like to do this book for the rest of my life. Oh, and you know what, Dan? I would love to just have sex with 5 girls in one day. You know what? I would love if Jared just became a Super Saiyan right now. Maybe J Heat becomes white. You know what? There's the things I hope happens in my life. You know, maybe J Heat just turns into Michael Jackson. You never know. You never know. I mean, we're hoping for stuff. I hope pigs fly in the sky tomorrow and fart $100 bills. You never know what's gonna happen these days. Crazy. It's a brand new day, actually.
So you're saying we just need one more day?
That's a brand new day, Jared. Please let me. Oh God, Dan, have some shame.
We need to reflect on our sins past.
Oh no! Oh God! Oh God! Please let me write Spider-Man for the rest of my life. That's begging. That's quite literally begging. I will be there on this book as long as you support it. I have a really good record that if you throw every monthly Spider-Man book I've done into a bag and you pull out a copy, you have a 1 in 3 chance that was a book that sold out, went back to press. That was a pretty good statistic. Thank you for pointing out basic comic book math for people, you moron. That's a pretty nice bet. And that spun out
Clone Saga.
Good Lord.
Yeah, there you go.
I just fucking with me. That's a pretty nice bet. And that spun out the Spider-Boy book, which would have made it to issue 20 and would still be going if I hadn't let go to do Superman. Huh. Oh, you regret doing... Did you regret doing Superman Unlimited or something? Dan, no one was reading Spider-Boy. I can guarantee you right now more people are reading you doing Superman Unlimited than Spider-Boy. Who the fuck was reading Spider-Boy? Who the fuck was reading that shit?
That was another retcon.
All right, so now that we've pretty much almost hung ourselves reading that, and Jared is an angel, that's a Super Saiyan, and Jay Heat is now white. Around the the panel, I would say.
I beg your finest pardon.
I bacon out of his ass tomorrow, so we're waiting for that one, Jay Heat. All right, but I'll get Jay Heat's thoughts and opinions on this. What do you think about Dan Slott begging comic book fans to buy his new Spider-Man Brand New Day book?
Either he's talking out of his ass, or this book is going to be really, really bad.
Honestly, either of those could be an equal opportunity of either of those being right.
What if they just both happen? Good Lord.
He bends over and he does the Ace Ventura talking out of his ass.
Wait, he does that.
Holy shit.
He always does that. He's just not self-aware. At least Ace Ventura is self-aware.
Oh, all right. Jared, what are your final thoughts and opinions on this and Marvel's economy state with their books?
The thing is with Marvel is that I feel like Marvel, because here's the problem. I think that DC's success with the Absolute line has put more pressure on Marvel than they're used to. So it's like, oh no, we actually have to produce books that people want to read. Oh no, we are screwed. So it's like with people, it's like if you notice, it's like even so far, people like Spider-Man fans are more of a fan of the DC Marvel crossover right now, Superman, Spider-Man, than they are with regular Marvel. In fact, I will say this is the one Tom King book that's actually pretty good.
Are you Jared?
Relatively.
Are you Jared? And what have you done with him?
Compared to regular like Marvel Spider-Man, this is pretty good.
He actually praised the Tom King. He actually praised the Tom King book earlier on CLD.
Yes, I did.
I'm convinced Jared has been swapped with a dollar.
Jared just called me the greatest comic book writer of all time.
No, I didn't.
Thank you, Jared.
You're not even a comic book writer.
Play it back.
Yet. Or hey, what if I write a book called Felipe the Dancing Monkey?
Pretty sure you would get canceled for stereotyping.
Issue 1 will sell out. Issues 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows? It's up to the man.
I'll be there to say, don't buy that Magic Monkey book. The writer's a douchebag.
If you don't like my art, don't buy my book.
I can't believe she's actually married to Matt Fraction. That's crazy.
Wait, she's married to Matt Fraction?
Yeah.
Really, that's Matt Fraction's wife. That's crazy to think about, isn't it?
That poor bastard.
Poor? Well, dude, older women will know how to suck the soul out of your dick, though. Let's be fair here, All right, so I don't know, guys. I'll just say right now, out of all the things I've said here, I hope the book sells well, but I shouldn't even hope that for a Spider-Man book because it's fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to hope that.
I would assume it sells well because it's Spider-Man, but this just kind of goes to show you the state of where Marvel Comics is at. I'll give you the playbook really quickly. Team, okay? Character, 10 issues. Relaunch, new number 1. Same team, 10 issues. Relaunch again. Kill character off. Same team, new number 1, 10 issues. Relaunch again. You know what that's called? A death spiral. And you know what one of their fucking books is right now called? Spider-Man and Venom Death Spiral.
That just killed Paul.
Which is the solely saving, if true, that would be the saving grace of that storyline.
Good Lord, man. Hey, I just want my boy Peter Parker with Black Cat. I want Spider Cat. I love me some Black Cat. Oh my God. I love me the white ladies. But why doesn't he marry Jane though? Why can't he have
Marvel
Black Cat?
editorial or idiots? That's why.
Black Cat could literally ride his face way better. Guarantee you all her fucking juices are exploding when he puts it. All right, so
okay.
All right, so we just out here gooning the Black Cat. Am I right, Jay Heat? Thank you. I agree. So
I didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we were thinking the same thing.
No, we weren't.
Hey, great minds think alike. So
no, they don't.
So I don't know. Honestly, it just goes to show you how bad things are over there. And keep in mind, he might not call it begging, but that's what it comes off as. You might not call
what he did is the definition of begging, okay?
Literally. So
the man went on the interview equivalent of his hands and knees, literally.
Dan Slott OnlyFans coming soon.
I lay him up. MSK knocks him down.
I'll just say, hey, Marvel, how about here's an idea. Here's just an idea. If you want people to actually engage with your books, stop relaunching them. You know what's annoying is
or
a book
just write good
relaunching.
Stuff.
Jared, come on, that's too good.
Well, the constant relaunching. You know why that is? Is because they're trying to hide the fact that their other stuff isn't selling. That's what that is.
Yep.
Well, they've been finagling the numbers since, and I would argue since before Endgame, if I'm being objectively honest.
True. Mm-hmm. So, thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace.
Flame off.
What if I want to flame on?
That depends
on who.
Oh, also, isn't Human Torch white?
Except in Fan 4 Stick. Good night, everybody.
Is that the version you really want to reference, though?
That's the starting point.
Hey, he set me up for that. That's
true. Hey, I'm going to be the #1 Sam Wilson Captain America fan. I'm going to be a DEI hire. I'm going to tank it for America. America, boys. That's what I'm doing. Oh my God. But no, we'll just talk for a little bit longer and then that's pretty much it. We had a pretty good show tonight. You know, if I do say so myself, I'm the star and I carried the whole thing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Whatever happened to superheroes having catchphrases?
They did stop doing that.
Wolverine still says his from anything I've read of his.
Occasionally, but a bunch of them don't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a thing anymore.
Good Lord. So
he's in bed. Oh, I was gonna.
Whatever I do, in brightest day, and not, dude. I remember when the Green Lantern movie came out, they would always have that commercial for their Six Flags ride in brightest day and blackest night. It's like, oh my God, I heard it like every single minute on TV. Jesus Christ. Also, for any retards out there, the mystical, fantastical elements of Ryan Reynolds' terrible Green Lantern movie, that wasn't the reason why people didn't like it. So it's like. People are using narratives that weren't even a thing. Also, is there some coordinated Star Wars prequel cult out there where they put out like scenes from those not good movies and then they go, it's what Twitter does all the time. Here's a Star Wars prequel scene. How could someone look at this scene one scene at a time and go, this is bad? Because first of all, that's one scene out of an entire movie, so you could objectively do that. And second of all, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Star Wars prequels, beside like the third one, are horrible. Second of all, that third one it's got its problems too. It's like there has to be some Star Wars prequel called. Every day I'm seeing this shit. How could someone look at these movies and say they were bad? It's like because we have eyes.
I don't like sand. It's coarse.
It's rough and it's coarse and irritating, and it gets that everywhere.
just like my wife's vagina. So, we'll go with outros. Jay Heat, do you have anything planned coming up you would like to let the audience know about?
As for me, Jay Heat or Jay Heat Blaze, Jay Heat 75. I do manga, video content. I even collab with Jared and some of the other people I network with.
Jared, he's a cloud chaser. I heard. What the heck?
But if you're interested in like stuff we talked about tonight, gaming, anime, manga, movies, just like, comment, subscribe, and you might find something you might enjoy. And Mr. Milk Toast says, "I shall cast my light over the dark.
No,
and the light of the Green Lantern."
I do love the saying, though. It is. I love the saying. It's just I heard it so much when that movie was coming out. My brain almost fried.
I shall cast my light over the dark evil.
Oh my God!
Dark things cannot stand the light. The light of the Green Lantern. Jay Heat, do it.
No. Dude, remember that Justice League animated cartoon when Wonder Woman was revealed like where her suit come from, and that guy was like, "I made it for your mom, but your mom didn't fit it." I was like,
all right. When they tried to say that Hades was Diana's father, and I'm like, oh, you douchebag.
That's rough. That's rough. Hades is
in a world.
All right, Jared, you got anything planned coming up you would like to let the audience know about?
So Comics League, and if you guys go on my channel, you'll see an interview I did with Stephanie Williams. She's a fantastic Wonder Woman writer. She's really cool. She gives a lot of like insight into who Diana is, so check that out. I also have previously an interview with Jeremy Adams. That was fun. And this week we're talking about Terminator 2, and then Britt and I are comparing Superman and Wonder Woman to Zatanna and Constantine. On Sunday, I'm talking about all the different Wonder Girls, and yeah, that's about what I got planned so far.
As you guys know, for me, I think I'll be doing an episode of the MSK Show tomorrow with Sean Stackhouse. We're going to be talking about, just going over some plans to review some more comics for you guys, because he has a way he can review comics that I'm not typically used to, but I can do it. It's just not my preferred way of doing it. Oh, and we'll probably go over some other stuff. We'll see how all of that goes. So, I'm going to try and hook up my brand new gaming PC that I just bought for a lot of money, because reasons, right? Probably maybe cover tomorrow the PlayStation 5 price hike that we just saw, which was just, oh my God, fucking PlayStation, holy mother of hell. But I love comic books. And I want to tell people before we go, comic books are amazing. Take people's opinions like they are opinions. If Jared said that he hates Tom King's Batman run, that doesn't mean you have to hate Tom King's Batman run.
No, it does. I'm only kidding.
From up there, it's like, I'm not smug. Oh my God, damn it, Jared. No, I'm not shitting you. We'll cover it tomorrow. Long story short, the PS5 already had a price spike, and the newest price spike puts it from $549 in our country, $649. The PS5 Pro is going to be like $850 or something like that. I should be. I don't know how to hook these things up myself. You're going to have to help me out, dude. Maybe we talk over a Discord call or something like that. I don't know how to help this ship at all. So, yeah, that should be on Sunday, though. I'm aiming for Sunday to set it up. So, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK